Hi Tommy, I wanted to run a quick video through your questions first, and I just wanted to show you where some of the instructions were that I've already put in the system. But I think the simplest thing, you've asked questions, I'm going to answer them as best I can. Right? We also have a lot of information in the system, tutorials that should walk you through many of the things. Do you need to upgrade to Pro? No, you're fine. What program? SharePoint Designer 2007. That is just fine as well. The newest version of Microsoft's editor is Expression Web 4. If you did a Google search for Expression Web 4, that is the better program to go with because it's more recent. SharePoint Designer is kind of hitting the almost the 10-year mark now. But let me scroll down here. Okay, on the welcome page you cannot change the font to Pristina. On the title, Luxury Tools, why not? Depends on where you're trying to change the font. The font for the templates, or all the fonts, are in the site and the styles folder. Okay, and we have a styles page right here. If we open this up, we're going to scroll on down a little bit, and I'm going to show you where in the styles you would change it. Unlike front page, just clicking and changing the name of a font in the page doesn't work. What we want to do is we want to change the font family right here. Okay, so where you see Anastasia Regular, highlight this and type in Pristina. Pristina, right there. Save, and let's see if that does the trick here for our welcome page and other pages in the site. And there you go. You may want to resize this font now. So you go back, and then you would change the font size right here, just like so. That'll make it a little bit smaller for you, and it'll fit a little bit better. And there you go. See? When you first log into your website, you can click right here to the instructions button. Then you can go to the instructions tab. And right here we have a lot of good information for you. I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, but the nav bar basic setup will give you some idea about the working with the drop downs, okay, which you see right here. These are multi-level menus right here. Basically it's a bullet list within your editor. You would find the menu top right here. It's just a bullet list. The bullet list is converted into a drop-down menu. And going back to the instructions page right here, if you just take a look at the instructions, I wasn't sure if you actually looked at that or not. That's why I was pointing that out. Sorry if you already have. We'll go back here and go look at your questions. All right. I like the style of the grunge siding in the background, but also the scroll work. But that seems to show on some pages but not others. Why would that be? Some pages, depending on which page, right? So if we preview the About page, I'll have to take a look and see. There should be grunge on this side, there should be grunge on this side, and we wrap it. Basically, the body part right here should have it. So I wasn't sure what page didn't have it, right? There are some different pages with different looks. If you could let me know which one doesn't. But all of them that I know of do have the grunge on the left and the right side. It's just an effect that we've used for this light colored content area container. So sorry I didn't answer that question, but I didn't see, I don't know what pages don't have it. So homepage slider, okay, no need, want to remove, okay. Social media icons, if you want to remove them, go into your library, your shared, and go into your social icons page. Flip it to code view, or you can just actually just leave it in the design view. Do Control A on your keyboard, press delete, and that'll remove all the buttons and save. And that's it. They're going to be removed from every page in your site. Like I said, if you want to change this, there is a tutorial in the system to learn a little bit more about it. And that would actually be the Edge animated logo instructions, just so you know for future reference. To change the size of your font for that logo, sorry I'm having to stop and start the video here, is we need to go into the site, the styles, and the landing.css. This is the big logo up here. Here is the font size right here, 185. You can change that, and then you can adjust the top position to move it up or down. So if you were to change this to a smaller font, then you would also want to adjust the top position a little bit so that it is more centered. The welcome.htm page, that's an optional page in case you do not want the full landing page. This page here, the index page, is what we call a one-page landing page, introduces your website, right? Many people don't want this type of page for the index page. So we've included what we call the welcome. So that way you can simply override that page. So if you say to yourself, you know what, I don't really like this big old logo, I think this is a terrible look and I don't like it, you don't need to use this page. What you would do is you could simply open up your welcome page. You could click on the file menu. You could go save as, and you could save it right over top of your index page. And that way you don't have that big old landing page with that big ugly logo. Now you've got a cleaner, sleeker index page that resembles the rest of your website a little bit closer. Home 1, Home 2, those are just optional pages with different layouts. The same with every single page in your site. All these pages, they're only there for you. In my introduction, what I've suggested is go through every single page in your site. If you don't think this is a page you're going to use, delete it. You can always re-download the template package and drag them back in if you need to. But these are just extra pages with a slightly different layout. We'll just look at this one in a browser. It's got a slightly different layout, different box layout than the other home page, and that's really the only difference. We try and give as many options for the end user as possible. We certainly don't expect you to use them all, or whatever you want. So intro, 2 paragraphs. So this is where I was getting a little bit confused here. It looks like you want certain things on the page removed, or so welcome, confusing. I explained that. If you don't want the welcome page, just delete it. Right? Home 1, Home 2. Just like every other page in the site, they're just there for whatever, if you don't want to use them, get rid of them. The intro, 2 paragraphs, I wasn't sure where that was coming from. And this information, no F, birds, GTs, etc., no key points, no learn more, meet the team, thumb labels. I wasn't sure what page you were referring to with this information here, sorry. Footer, don't need about or recent updates, helpful links, okay. If you're not liking the footer, what you can do is just go in here. There's the footer right there. Right, you can remove whatever information you don't want or change it around. Okay. Right, but I wasn't sure if that's where you were just wanting to know where the footer was or what to change or update. It's basically just an include page. Back to the old front page days, it's an include page. You change your information here, and I really don't know if I'm being helpful in answering that one or not, but don't need about or recent updates. So about, you just sort of click on it and delete it. Same with the paragraph here. All right, get rid of that. And you mentioned that the address here, I don't know, it sounds like you've got this sorted out here, but let me just save that, and let's see what the footer looks like after we do that. Okay, so now you have everything sort of squished over here when we remove that. So what you could do is we can change the columns in the footer. Okay, we're going to go in here actually, and this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. This is a column right here, the helpful, and this is a column right here by the looks of it. Okay. So basically, you just need a 2-column in the footer. Sorry, Tom, I was just rereading your message. I'll just quickly reorganize this for you, but I'm running out of video time right now. So basically just a quick update for you. But mostly the most important thing I wanted to know is if you had actually taken or had the opportunity to take a look at the instructions. And if you had, was there, if you've been to the instructions page and it wasn't making sense to you, that's really what I wanted to start off with. But I wanted to try and answer your questions, but I've just run out of time here with the support, so I'll have to carry on tomorrow.